What is up, guys? Welcome to the SuperCoach Experience podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Savage, the coach of the Savage Turbos. We're here for the first preseason video of 2022, and there is a lot to unpack here. We're going to go into the fullbacks this video, so sit back and enjoy. First, we're going to start off with the man himself, Tom Trbojevic, 1.256 million, absolute whopping price based on his 143 average in 15 games last year. Tom Trbojevic, he is the absolute pinnacle of SuperCoach. He's in my side at the moment. I think the potential to have a 200 plus captain on given weeks is too hard to pass up for me, and if you don't have him on them type of weeks, then you will fall behind. It is a risk to pay, and your salary cap otherwise is going to have to be evenly distributed elsewhere. I think the potential he has as a fullback, the fullback is the premium position, so make sure you get the absolute guns in that position. My other fullback at the moment is Ryan Papenhuyzen at 694,700. He started off the year last year with the potential to do what Turbo did all season last year. Unfortunately, the injuries really disrupted him, but at that price, he's pretty much premium price. He is well undervalued for what he can produce. So Ryan Papenhuyzen is someone I really like, and he's definitely in my side. I can't see any side I have without him. James Tedesco is the third one here. He'll be in a lot of teams, 760,100. He has a good draw to start off with, and I really think with Luke Keary back, that'll unlock him. Victor Radley, nice and healthy, that'll unlock him. I think he will start the season with good scores, but I just can't get him in over the other two. Latrell Mitchell at 721,000 obviously misses the first few rounds, but he ended up averaging 82.2 last year, which is, I couldn't believe it. He's going to goal kick this year, which is the most important thing. So I think he's a nice little pod to have up on your radar. The left field option, in my opinion, for this year is Reece Walsh at 557,000. Warriors have a really good draw to start off. Sean Johnson is in the side. I really see Reece Walsh being someone who's going to benefit from the good draw. And if you're considering going a turbo and need a cheaper price option at fullback, I think Reece Walsh is your man. Kalen Ponga, injury-affected year last year, 599,000 this year. I haven't seen a lot of teams with him. Probably won't goal kick with Jake Clifford in the side, but I really think Kalen Ponga is also a good option. Given the new rules and making sure he is fully fit, I think he's going to come out this year and absolutely blitz it. Obviously, you can't have every fullback. Someone like Kalen Ponga is not going to let you down. I just prefer the Papenhuyzens and the Turbos. Jaden Campbell at 502,000. The price is probably too high for me, but he's someone I wouldn't even say consider, but probably if you're a draft player, you want him on your bench. He's possibly someone you could go with, but Jaden Campbell looks like he's got good base. Didn't really get many attacking stats last year, but he is someone you could probably take a gamble on in draft and just have him sit on your bench and use him given weeks that your turbo's out with injury or origin. Tyrell Sloan, he is available at centre wing, but he is also available at fullback, 447,000. Would not touch him in my fullback slot, so I guess we'll talk about him in the centre wing segment. That's all the fullbacks that I'm really interested in at the moment. Hopefully, that's all the fullbacks I'm really interested in at the moment. I think this year is going to be a very tough one, balancing fullbacks. It's going to be the same as last year. I think this year is going to be very crucial to start with the right fullbacks. Fullback is make or break for your season. It's going to be similar to last year where these fullbacks, you have to put them on a rotation policy. And it's all about picking the right fullbacks at the right time. So you could argue that Tom Trbojevic is too much. Get him about 300k cheaper. That's being conservative. Like, if he doesn't start the season absolutely blitzing it, he could easily lose 500k. So Tom Trbojevic, the price is tough to pay. That's going to be the question in the preseason. To Tom Trbojevic or not, I'm seeing a lot of teams without him. I'm honestly going with him. I'm not an expert. Definitely not an expert. but that's just my front thoughts. I think Manly's draw are Penrith and the Roosters, but then after that, their draw really opens up with the Bulldogs, and they've got some easy games after that. So I really think that Tom Trbojevic is going to be one you're going to regret not having, because honestly, what are you going to do? You have Tedesco and Pappenhausen in your side, and you've got Tom Trbojevic ready for that Bulldogs game. He could easily score 200 plus. I know the Bulldogs have recruited well, but they haven't shown us anything yet. Until we see it on the park, it's going to just assume that they're going to be not as bad as they were, but they've still got to prove themselves. Whereas your James Tedesco's, your Reece Walsh's are not proven to score 150 plus scores. James Tedesco is an exception, by the way. I shouldn't have said James Tedesco in that sentence, but nonetheless, Tom Trbojevic is one that can go 200 plus on a regular basis. And this year, I'm seeing no different. This year could be the year where the tides turn and James Tedesco really hits his straps with them 200 plus scores. With the Roosters side, I think the points will be evenly distributed. But with Manly, he's the man. He's the man. Video would be a lot to study in the preseason, so maybe he does get shut down and maybe he is someone you got to target later. I don't know. It's going to be the ongoing talking point all preseason, but fullbacks is going to be the crucial one. I'm sure this isn't the last I'll talk about the fullbacks, but yep, that's it for today. Appreciate you guys listening. Enjoy your SuperCoach, and we'll be back with some more preseason videos very shortly, hopefully weekly.